right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here from LaRue County High School tonight, here with the preseason basketball action between the Barren County Trojans and the LaRue County Hawks. Sorry for joining you just a tad bit late here. My name's Aaron Russell. Happy to be with everybody tonight here on this Tuesday evening. It is November the 21st, and let's get right into the action. First up, for the Trojans, we just see our first possession as the Trojans will knock it away out of bounds and head it back to LaRue County as they come up to the half court there. Dribbling now into the center, we have number 34 for the Hawks. Dribbling at the top of the circle, puts it inside number 42, puts it up inside. Jared Coomer goes down hard in that one. No foul though. LaRue County scores their first 2 points of the ball game. All right, now we see Will Bandy, number 20, heading off back to Parker Stevens there over to the right side. Garrett Arterburn back to Parker Stevens for the Trojans. Up to the top of the circle. Gives it off to number 12, Jared Coomer. Jared Coomer lays that one up. No good. Air ball. Will Bandy had the rebound taken away by LaRue County. LaRue County drives the lane, puts it up, and it's good. 4-0 already for the Hawks of LaRue County. And I think we'll see a foul there. Foul against the Trojans now, and LaRue County will remain in possession. 42 for LaRue County, off to the right side. Up to the top of the circle now, cuts it back to number 5. Inside, dishes it to number 42. Number 42 puts it up and banks it up and in. 4-0. The Hawks lead the Trojans already here in this preseason matchup. Oh, and it's stolen away here on the first possession. Number 34 puts it up, and he will be fouled there, as when he drove the lane. Missed terribly, but gets the foul. He'll head to the line for a pair. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. We are online here officially on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, as well as EPB Channel 19 and SCRTC Channel 97. My name's Aaron Russell. Happy to be with everybody tonight. And number 34 for the Hawks misses his first free throw. Sorry about that. That is Dallas Cox for the Hawks, a junior. And 34 puts the second one up, and it will be no good as well. 0 for 2 on those 2 free throws. And the Hawks will stay up with the lead 4-0 here with 6.5 minutes here in the first quarter of this preseason ball game between the Trojans and the Hawks. You see the fake there by Garrett Arterburn, gives it off. Parker Stevens back to the left side of the circle. Up at the top is Tyler Smith. Off to the right side, Will Bandy now has the ball for the Trojans. Gives it off to Jared Coomer at the top. Back over to Tyler Smith on the left side. Back to the center, and it's knocked away, and the Trojans will remain in possession. Gives in the backfield. That was Garrett Arterburn who saved the ball. Gives it off to Parker Stevens, who is still in the front court. Garrett Arterburn now off the right side. Back up to Jared Coomer at the top of the circle. Trojans trying to dish it inside. There we go. Garrett Arterburn steps back, puts up with a fake, and it will be no good off the back of the rim there. Loose on the big pass there down the court. Ends up back in Trojan hands now. And I think, all right, it's going to stay with the Trojans there. Thought we may have had a call. Parker Stevens now at the top of the circle for the Trojans. Gives off inside to Jared Coomer. Jared Coomer puts up a layup. No good, but he will be fouled. Once again, we see a 4-0 score, 5:25 here in this first period of play on this preseason game between the Trojans and the Hawks. Jared Coomer at the line for 2, puts up his first one off the front of the rim. Trojans still not been able to score yet, and they're down by 4 early. And puts up his first one, and there we go. Trojans score first, their first points actually, and cut the lead down to 3 here in this first period of play. Now we see number 11 for the Hawks dishing it inside, and was going to be called for a walk there. Trojans will end up with the ball. Will Bandy to inbound. Gives it off to Parker Stevens. Parker over to Gavin Withrow. Throws it down to Will Bandy. Will Bandy back to Parker Stevens. Parker now off to the left side, gives it off to Jared Coomer. Jared will dish inside. Will Bandy back with the fake and shot. No good there. Ends up back in number 5's hands for the Hawks. Number 42 lays it up and in, and the Hawks score once again 6-1. And being pressed in the backcourt, not being able to get anywhere with it, seems like Jared Coomer has to give it back to Parker Stevens. Parker ends up throwing that one away, goes back to the Hawks now. Up 6-1 early, 4:33. We'll see number 42 here to inbound for the Hawks of LaRue County. Number 42 is Mark Good. We'll see number 11 there giving it off to number 5, back to 11, over to 34. 11, 5 on the left side, back to the top of the circle to 11, over to 5 on the left side. Number 42, Good, gives off to number 11, then gives off to 33. 33 dives inside, comes off the back iron, gives it over to Caleb Hester. Now to Parker Stevens. That was Gavin Withrow actually who took that shot and missed. Heading back to the way of LaRue County, number 34 runs to the right side, gives it back to the top of the circle, runs over to the left side to number 5, back up to number 33. 33 pops a 3 and no good there, and we will see a foul. Turnover. Trojans have the ball now. .348 here in this first period of play, already getting off to a great start here in this preseason ball game. Trojans are having quite the time trying to get some points on the board though, but have played strong defense so far. Gavin Withrow there in the tight press there off to the left side, gives it over to Landon Key. Landon Key back to Withrow at the top of the circle. Withrow over to Key. Key steps back, still outside in between the circles, gives it off. Number 3 now, Gavin Withrow. Withrow throws that one away into number 34 for the Hawks' hands. Number 33 now has the ball. He'll drive it up, lay it up, and it will be no good, but he was fouled. He'll head to the line for a pair. As we saw right there, number 33 had to dive his way inside. Had quite the time trying to get there. Puts up his first, and it'll be good. LaRue County now has 7 points to Barren County's 1. .33 once again puts up another, this time off the front end of the iron. 7-1, and now Landon Key will head it back for the Trojans, running up the court, puts up a shot, and it lays in. 3-7 now is the score here in this first period of play. Racing up and down the court, 33 gives it off to number 3 for LaRue County. Number 3 is Jeremiah Belton. Belton gives off, and that was trying to get to number 33, very high off the left side from the pass from number 14 for LaRue County. It'll head back for the Trojans. Trojans playing a very small ball lineup to say the least right now. We see number 3 Gavin Withrow leading it up the court. We also have Landon Key and Tyler Bush in the backfield, or in the backcourt rather, not backfield, for the Trojans. And we see number 21 Brandon Reed in the game, as well as number 35, that is Tyler Bush, and number 32. And that one from Brandon Reed will break off the back end of the iron. Heading back to the way of LaRue County, number 3 puts it up, and number 33 tried to lay that one in flashy fashion, but instead will be fouled for it. Actually, no foul there. He just... little confusion there. 2:28 here, and we did have a foul. And it will stay with LaRue County. Number 34 off to 12 for the Hawks. Came back and stolen by Caleb Hester, number 21 for the Trojans. He leads it up the floor, taps it up and in. 5-7. Trojans have cut this one to 2 early in this first period of play. And now we see number 3, Belton for the Hawks. Belton at the top of the circle. Over to number 34, back to 3. Pops the 3, that was good! And now the score is back up to 5, 10-5 there off of the big 3 from number 12 for LaRue County. Number 12, Noah Davis, a junior. And it's stolen back in the way, going back for LaRue County. Number 3, Belton gives it off once again, fakes the 3. That's a good fake there, and it's stolen once again. Trojans have it. Caleb Hester now gives it inside, and it goes and taps up. Its ball is loose on the floor, and it looks like it was last touched by the Trojans. It will head back for LaRue County. We see just under a minute and a half remaining here in this first period of play on this preseason game between the Trojans and LaRue County Hawks. We already see quite a bit of rotation between both teams, from their starters to almost their JV lineup and so forth. So very exciting to see some rotation here early on in this scrimmage for the Trojans and the Hawks, as they will both finish up their preseason tonight. There we see number 3 giving off to 14. 14 over to 12. 12 back to 14. Pops the 3. Number 14. It breaks off the back end of the rim. Number 14 is Chase Childress, and they'll head back to the Trojans. And now we're going to see Tyler Bush over on the right side, giving it back to Gavin Withrow. Withrow drives inside, puts it up, loses it, and it will be out of bounds on the Trojans, heading right back to LaRue County. Oh, they are. They're going to change. It was last touched by the Hawks off of the leg, it looks like, of maybe 3 or 14 there. Getting it back now is number 35 for the Trojans. Now number 21, Brandon Reed, up at the top of the circle. Tyler Bush drives inside. He's going to put up a shot himself, and that will be an air ball. May have had a little bit of a deflection there, and I think we're either going to see a jump, we're going to see a foul there. And number 35, Tyler Bush for the Trojans, a sophomore, will head to the line for a pair. Tyler Bush once again puts that one up and in. Cuts this thing back to 3 now, 10-7. LaRue County leads here in this preseason matchup. Big 3 there off the right corner. No good. Head back for the Trojans. Landon Key gives it off, and we will see, I think, a walk there. That'll head back for LaRue County now. 10-7, 30, just under 31 seconds left here in this first quarter of this preseason matchup. Very exciting once again, and we're back in action now. We see number 3, Belton, for the Hawks, leading up over on the left side. Heads back towards the center, cuts it over to the corner for a 3. Yes, sir! And back we have a 6-point ball game, rather. 13-7, Hawks lead. And 21, Hester gives it off, and it's outside. Tyler Bush has a wide open look. No good off the back iron. Heading back, number 14 for the Hawks. Gives it a 21. 21 throws up a wild shot to end the quarter. And there we have it, folks. 13-7 is the end score of your first quarter of play here in this preseason matchup between the LaRue County Hawks and the Barren County Trojans. We'll take a break and be right back here on BCHS Live. Or BMN for short, is a network of Barren County High School's 3 major media outlets: 88.7 FM, Trojan Radio, BCHS Live, and the Trojan Times school newspaper. As a whole, we are determined to provide you with BCHS news, sports, and interest like never before. Check out our weekly newscast broadcasted every Friday from within Barren County High School, or check out our website at barrenschools.com/BMN. From all of us to you, we thank you for your support of all things BCHS.
You're watching BCHS Live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. BCHS Live is a student-led live online video production program started in 2015 by 4 BCHS freshmen. The BCHS Live program is here to showcase everything going on at BCHS, from athletics to special events and opportunities to ceremonies and celebrations. The BCHS Live program is here to show everyone in our community what BCHS is all about, and with 3 major online outputs of our broadcasts, we truly live up to our motto, everything BCHS, anywhere you want it.
Did you know that Barren County sports teams only receive $250 in yearly funding? So how is each team able to function and stay updated with modern equipment and uniforms? Through the help of the Barren County Athletic Booster Club. The BCHS Athletic Booster Club is the #1 way to help contribute to the student athletes that give Barren County athletics the upbeat reputation it holds. You can help contribute to the student athletes of BCHS today by contacting the boosters on Facebook at facebook.com/BCHS Booster. Let the student athletes of tomorrow shine by donating to the BCHS Athletic Booster Club today. Back here once again for the Trojans and the Hawks here in this preseason matchup. My name's Aaron Russell. Sorry to be with you on that commercial break. Lasted a little long. Now we see number 34 for the Hawks puts up a big jumper. It's good. Trojans will take the possession back. Score reset at the end of the quarter. That's how these preseason games tend to go. Our first quarter, we saw the LaRue County Hawks victorious 13-7. And so now we see the first score being 2-0 now for the Hawks. And we see a jump ball there. This will head back to Barren County's way. Just a minute into this second quarter of action of this preseason matchup. We see Parker Stevens leading it up for the Trojans. Gave it off to Garrett Arterburn, right back to him. He's at the top of the circle now. Gives it over to Jared Coomer on the left side, back to the top. Parker Stevens, Will Bandy, over back to Jared Coomer, who pops a 3, in and out. And it will head back for LaRue County. Number 11 with the rebound there. Number 11, Shane King. Gives it off to number 3 in the corner, and it bricks no good. Number 5, rather, for the LaRue County Hawks. Kendrick Weathers. Number 33, Garrett Arterburn, back up to Parker Stevens at the top of the circle, runs right side, over to Jared Coomer. Coomer up at the top, back over to the left side. Parker Stevens drives inside, heads right back out, up to Jared Coomer at the top of the circle. Cuts inside, ball is loose on the floor, and it will stay with Barren County as Parker Stevens saves the ball in there. Leading it back up for the Trojans. Rolls to the right side with Garrett Arterburn. Garrett Arterburn puts up a shot. No good there. And now we'll see number 11 over to number 5. Weathers. Weathers back to 11. 11 King over to 34. 34 Cox. And we'll see, not sure what we saw right there again for Cox. And we'll see who ends up with the basketball next. Barren County with the ball. Jared Coomer inbounds it to Parker Stevens. Right back to Coomer. Coomer will roll to the right side. Back to Coomer. Over to Parker Stevens, who crosses the half-court line in a tight press right there. And we'll see number 33 Arterburn. And it'll be Landon Key now in the ball game with Parker Stevens up at the top. Back to his right side. Garrett Arterburn now. Back to the top with Parker Stevens. Parker Stevens running right side. Over to Garrett Arterburn. Arterburn now with it. Gives it off to, at the top of the circle, to Landon Key. Landon Key now back to Parker Stevens. Parker Stevens has it to Arterburn. Arterburn over to the right side to Key. And now Will Bandy, who drove it inside, tried to turn around and work in the post, had his shot violently blocked. And now King gives it off to number 11, Weathers. Weathers no good there. Sorry, I had those names flipped up. Weathers gave it off to King. And now we'll see Jared Coomer, who will be, we'll see a push off there. We'll head back for LaRue County. 4:46 left here in the second period of play. Only 2 points scored, and that was at the very beginning, inside the first minute of this quarter. That was for LaRue County. Barren County is yet to score here in the second period of play. Now Weathers gives it inside into 42. 42 puts that one in. Mark Good scores the second bucket here in this second quarter. 4-0 now for the Hawks, and Jared Coomer will put one up and lay it right in. had virtually no trouble getting to the basket there. 2-4 now for LaRue County. And now we'll see number 33 put that one up and he'll get the chance of an... No, I thought there was some contact there. They won't call it. LaRue County 6 to Barren County's 2. Barren County now has the basketball. Parker Stevens over to his right side. Jared Coomer driving once again, gives it off to Will Bandy, who will be swatted tragically once again, and that will head back to LaRue County. LaRue County now once again weathers over in the corner, gives it off to number 34, who runs back to the top of the circle. Back to 33, inside to Good. Good looking for somebody to go to. He's being tightly guarded by Jared Coomer, but getting the chance to power it forward, lays that one up and in by working in the post. 8-2 now. The Hawks have went on a scoring spree right here in this second period of play. 3:34 remaining, and the Trojans have to call their first timeout of this scrimmage. Saw very aggressive play by both teams right there, but it looks like the Hawks were getting the best of the Trojans, to say the least, as they went on a 6-0 run right there to get the score up to 8-2. Trojans are getting beat up and down the court and not being able to convert any points, so you can't turn this into a foot race if you can't score on the other end. And when you're not defending, it just spells out a recipe for disaster, to say the least. We'll see what the Trojans can do coming out of this first time out in this second quarter of play of this preseason matchup. Once again, you're watching BCHS Live online tonight here on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, as well as EPB Channel 19 or SCRTC Channel 97. My name's Aaron Russell. Very happy to have everybody tonight here on this Tuesday before Thanksgiving. We'd also like to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. Now we'll see the Trojans and Hawks back in action. Jared Coomer now up at the top of the circle, gives off to number 14, Landon Key, over on the left side. Back up to the middle with Jared Coomer, gives off to Parker Stevens right inside the half-court circle. And Jared Coomer gives it off to Landon Key. Now we have Jared Coomer over in the corner, big three there, and is not able to convert any shot there. And they will throw that one away, going back to the Trojans. 3:05 left here in this second quarter. LaRue County and Barren County. Garrett Arterburn inbounded that to Landon Key. Now they're going back and forth with this press. You have to pass constantly in the backfield just to get it across half court, it looks like. And now we'll see Brandon Reed with a three, and he will brick that up and in. Oh my goodness, I thought it was going to be a brick off the back. And no, sir, it wasn't. 5-8 now. Trojans cut it to three off the big bank in right there for Brandon Reed. And I think we're going to see a timeout real quick for LaRue County now. I was wrong about that. We're going to see a turnover. I think they walked there. Trojans now have the ball, and we will see some substitution now. A couple players subbing out for the Trojans, but Parker Stevens and Brandon Reed now into Jared Coomer, who works that one up into the post and in, cuts this one to one here in the second period of play. We're edging inside the 2-minute mark of the second period of play. Once again, LaRue County is up 8-7 against the Trojans. Over to the left side, that was now over to 33. 33 powers that one up and inside. 10-7 is the score. Now Parker Stevens over to Brandon Reed for the three, and he will airball that three. And we'll see it stay with the Trojans. Looks like Parker Stevens to inbound for the Trojans. As you can see, current score 7-10. Parker Stevens out to Will Bandy. Parker Stevens grabs it back in the corner, puts up a three, no good. Jared Coomer tried putting that one right back up and in. It did not work for him. Heading back for LaRue County as they maintain possession. Number 11, King. Number 11 puts it up for number 21. Actually, sorry, that was Mark Good, number 42, who put that one in. And now LaRue County is up 12-7, a 5-point difference here in the second period of play. Jared Coomer now with the right side, or off to the right side with the basketball for the Trojans. Gives back to the center. Landon Key. Now Now Parker Stevens, sorry about that, has it at the top of the circle, rolling over to his right side, back to his left. Number 21, Brandon Reed has it, and Jared Coomer, trying to work his way in the post, was surrounded there, has to work his way back outside. He's going to work it out with the handles, puts it up, and it will be off the rim. Heading back for LaRue County now. Number 11 drives right inside, cuts it to the corner. Number 12 banks that one up. Thought it may have went in, but it's going back for the Trojans. On the fast break now. Fast break's broken up and will be dribbled out of bounds. It will go back to LaRue County off of Brandon Reed, who tried to save that ball in bounds, ended up dribbling it along the baseline, giving it right back to the LaRue County Hawks. Number 42, Good, will inbound this one for the Hawks. Over to number 11, King. King taking it across the half-court line at the top of the circle, gives it off to his left side. Number 12, back to King. Number 12, once again, Noah Davis. Davis fakes the three, cuts inside a little bit, gives it off to the corner, turns it right back over to Brandon Reed for the Trojans. Brandon Reed trying to work his way with some handles over to the right side. Back at the top of the circle. That was a big three by Parker Stevens. Wow, cuts this one to 2. And here we see King back up at the top of the circle for the Hawks. Cuts over to the left side. That one is batted up and around, and not sure who it'll stay with. I think it will stay with the Hawks. Once again, 4.7 seconds left here in the second quarter of play, and the Trojans are only down by 2 now. We'll see if the ball will stay with LaRue County, and King to inbound to Good. Good puts it up, and they will have time for one more shot, and no good. And this will be out of bounds, and I think the quarter's over. Yes, it is. All right, end of second quarter play. We'll have a short halftime. We'll take a break. We'll be right back here on BCHS Live. You're either watching online or on local access cable television. My name's Aaron Russell. Thank you for tuning in so far. Good morning. No, that's 220. Good morning. No, that's 2 extra. Good.
Sorry everyone, please excuse Aaron while he prepares to tell the latest BCHS news live on the air.
Hello, 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 Barren.
Yes, you heard right. You can hear the latest news and announcements and up-to-date music live on the air 24/7 on 88.7 FM Trojan Radio or online at barrenschools.com.
Hello, Barren County. You can hear the latest going on here at BCHS on 88.7 FM every morning at 7:15 and every afternoon at 3 p.m.
Thanks, Aaron, but I think I had that one covered.
The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store is the #1 place to find any and all things BCHS, with a wide selection of clothes including hoodies, t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, and polos, to everyday items including pens, pencils, notebooks, and stickers, to jewelry including earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and wristbands. So stop by the Trojan Thread Store any weekday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. or during any home varsity basketball game. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store, keeping Barren County in style.
Heading into the second year from an approximate 12-year hiatus, the Trojan Times has an all-new look and an all-new approach to bringing you BCHS happenings. We are an entirely student-based publication working more than ever this year to inform you with BCHS happenings. I'm Brennan Crane, Editor-in-Chief, and I can say that we are thrilled to showcase BCHS in a whole new way. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at BC Trojan Times. You won't want to miss this. Go BC!
FCA, also known as the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. While even non-athletes are invited, the BCHS Club is all about letting students who share belief in the Christian faith have fellowship and help grow their faiths together. With consistent meetings and guest speakers, the FCA Club is a simple program with a simple focus to let students freely express their beliefs with others who believe the same way. And for such a noble cause, that is why the FCA Club has been chosen as the November Club Spotlight. FCA. The Burgundy Media Network, or BMN for short, is a network of Barren County High School's three major media outlets: 88.7 FM, Trojan Radio, BCHS Live, and the Trojan Times school newspaper. As a whole, we are determined to provide you with BCHS news, sports, and interest like never before. Check out our weekly newscast broadcasted every Friday from within Barren County High School, or check out our website at barrenschools.com/BMN. From all of us to you, we thank you for your support of all things BCHS.
You're watching BCHS Live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. BCHS Live is a student-led live online video production program started in 2015 by 4 BCHS freshmen. The BCHS Live program is here to showcase everything going on at BCHS, from athletics to special events and opportunities to ceremonies and celebrations. The BCHS Live program is here to show everyone in our community what BCHS is all about, and with 3 major online outputs of our broadcasts, we truly live up to our motto: everything BCHS, anywhere you want it.
Did you know that Barren County sports teams only receive $250 in yearly funding? So how is each team able to function and stay updated with modern equipment and uniforms? Through the help of the Barren County Athletic Booster Club. The BCHS Athletic Booster Club is the #1 way to help contribute to the student athletes that give Barren County athletics the upbeat reputation it holds. You can help contribute to the student athletes of BCHS today by contacting the boosters on Facebook at facebook.com/BCHSbooster. Let the student athletes of tomorrow shine by donating to the BCHS Athletic Booster Club today. Good morning. No, that's 220. Good morning. No, that's 2 extra. Good.
Sorry everyone, please excuse Aaron while he prepares to tell the latest BCHS news live on the air.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello? Hello, Barren.
Yes, you heard right. You can hear the latest news and announcements and up-to-date music live on the air 24/7 on 88.7 FM Trojan Radio or online at barrenschools.com.
Hello, Barren County. You can hear the latest going on here at BCHS on 88.7 FM every morning at 7:15 and every afternoon at 3 p.m.
Thanks, Aaron, but I think I had that one covered.
The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store is the #1 place to find any and all things BCHS, with a wide selection of clothes including hoodies, t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, and polos, to everyday items including pens, pencils, notebooks, and stickers, to jewelry including earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and wristbands. So stop by the Trojan Thread Store any weekday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. or during any home varsity basketball game. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store, keeping Barren County in style.
Heading into the second year from an approximate 12-year hiatus, the Trojan Times has an all-new look and an all-new approach to bringing you BCHS happenings. We are an entirely student-based publication working more than ever this year to inform you with BCHS happenings. I'm Brennan Crane, Editor-in-Chief, and I can say that we are thrilled to showcase BCHS in a whole new way. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at BC Trojan Times. You won't want to miss this. Go BC!
FCA, also known as the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. While even non-athletes are invited, the BCHS Club is all about letting students who share belief in the Christian faith have fellowship and help grow their faiths together. With consistent meetings and guest speakers, the FCA Club is a simple program with a simple focus: to let students freely express their beliefs with others who believe the same way. And for such a noble cause, that is why the FCA Club has been chosen as the November Club Spotlight. The Back here on BCHS Live in this preseason matchup between the LaRue County Hawks and the Barren County Trojans. Hello everyone, my name is Aaron Russell. Glad to be with everyone tonight here on this Tuesday, November the 31st, 6 minutes after 6 o'clock tonight. And we're heading into the second half of this preseason matchup for the varsity game of our second game in the preseason between the Barren County Trojans and the LaRue County Hawks. This will finish up the preseason for the Trojans and the Hawks, and the Trojans will open up their regular season the next Tuesday in 7 days against the Greene County Dragons. That will be a part of a doubleheader. The Lady Dragons and Trojanettes will play in the first game here in Trojan Gym, as well as the boys to follow. Then on that Friday, we will also see another home game between the South Warren Spartans and Lady Spartans versus the Trojans and Trojanettes. Once again, all of those games live here on BCHS Live, and we hope to have you tuning in. My name is Aaron Russell. Once again, happy to be everyone 45 seconds away from the second half play between the Hawks and Trojans. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get set for the Trojans and Hawks. We're watching BCHS Live.
The Media Network, or BMN for short, is a network of Barren County High School's 3 major media outlets: 88.7 FM, Trojan Radio, BCHS Live, and the Trojan Times school newspaper. As a whole, we are determined to provide you with BCHS news, sports, and interest like never before. Check out our weekly newscast broadcasted every Friday from within Barren County High School, or check out our website at barrenschools.com/BMN. From all of us to you, we thank you for your support of all things BCHS.
You're watching.
Back here once again after that short break. And the Trojans and Hawks thought had a little bit of technical difficulties there. We are back live once again for the second half of play between the Trojans and Hawks here in this preseason matchup. First half of play, we saw the Trojans losing both times. The first quarter, we saw the Trojans lose 13-7. This second quarter, we saw the Trojans lose in a much tighter score of 12-10. And so now we'll see the third quarter and see what it holds. Parker Stevens will grab the ball to inbound for the first possession for the Trojans here in this third quarter. And now see Will Bandy over to the right side. Parker Stevens on the right side, cutting back and forth, being tightly guarded. Tyler Smith back out to Jared Coomer for 3, bricks off the back iron. Now heading back, stolen by the Trojans. Will Bandy will put one up and off the glass. Too hard on that one, and it will be knocked out of bounds. Not sure who it'll stay with. If it'll stay with the Trojans there. So now Jared Coomer off the back iron there. That was 33 Garrett Arburn, and this will be knocked out of bounds and will stay with. Actually, we'll go back to the LaRue County Hawks. Now LaRue County with the brick there. Still no score here in this third quarter. Jared Coomer now at the top of the circle. Will Bandy will have an air ball there. Looks like he will have some contact, though. He'll get to go to the line for a pair. And hopefully, if he knocks one down, we'll have our first score of this third quarter. Very slow start for both teams coming out of the halftime break here in this preseason matchup. Will Bandy for the first one, in and out. Trojans remain scoreless, as well as the Hawks do. Second one, he gets it. First points of this second half, and it is a, well, I shouldn't have said points. First point of this second half. Trojans are up 1-0. And now we'll see number 5 off to 42 Good. Good trapped in the back, or in the front court. Will Bandy tightly guarded, but he'll work his way up and in with another score. Oh, and he'll be fouled. He'll head to the line for an and one opportunity. Will Bandy just simply not tall enough there in that matchup. One-on-one, Mark Good simply used his height as an advantage, and now we'll get a free throw, and it'll come off the back iron. And so now LaRue County leads 2-1 here in this third period of play. Now Parker Stevens at the top of the circle, rolling off inside to Will Bandy, who passed it, deflected by number 11 King, and now Will Bandy fouled. No, Will Bandy actually fouled. So he will turn the ball over back to LaRue County. LaRue County now heading up the court is King off to his left side, crosses the half-court line, heads back to the top of the circle, cuts inside, puts up another one, and it will come off the back iron. Heading back to the way of the Trojans, Garrett Arterburn with the rebound there. Leads it up the half-court, over to the left corner. Jared Coomer now with the ball. Jared Coomer gives it to Will Bandy, who puts up a jumper at the baseline, at the free throw line rather, and Tyler Smith, who went back up with the putback, could not get it, but he did get a foul. He'll head to the line for a pair. Trojans lead Trojans are down by 1. 2-1 here in this third period of play. Tyler Smith sinks his first one. Ties the game up at 2. Tyler Smith once again. That one comes in and out. We'll stay 2, and LaRue County with the ball. Good to inbound to King. And King will lead it up the floor for the Hawks. Jared Coomer pressing in the backfield, or in the back court. I keep saying, I guess I'm still in a football mood. Over to number 12 for the Hawks, and we see, I think he stepped on the baseline because it turns it over back to LaRue County. Barren County, sorry. LaRue County turns it back over to Barren County. Parker Stevens over to his left side. Looking, gets it over. Almost stolen, but saved by Jared Coomer there, who cuts it inside, tried to lob it up to, looked like Will Bandy, but instead drew some harsh contact there. And will turn the ball over back to LaRue County. Games, this round's tied up tightly at 2. Number 12 for the Hawks to King, number 11. Number 12, Noah Davis. Davis at the top of the circle, heads back left side, gives it off to, looks like number 21. Number 21 back to King. King inside, outside back to Good. Good back to King. King with the ball on the right corner rather. Gives over to Mark Good. Good searching, gives it off to King. King cuts it back inside over to 50. 50 dunks it! Wow! Oh my goodness, what a big score right there. Both hands, slams it down. Yeah, don't see much of a crowd there for LaRue County, but if there is one, they'd be on their feet after that one. I'm on my feet right now, and I'm a Trojan fan. All right, 4-2 is the score now. LaRue County with a monstrous dunk to take the lead here in this third period of play. Oh, I think we're going to see a harsh foul there, and Jared Coomer will get some free throws. He hits his first one. Score is now 4-3. And Jared Coomer misses the second one. Trojans will have the possession. Now Caleb, I think that's Caleb Hester. Or Brandon Reed, one of the two. That was Brandon Reed. Brandon Reed gives it off to Arterburn. Arterburn laid something up. Couldn't get it to go. 4-3. 5 minutes remaining here in this third period of play. And now Arterburn puts up his first of 2 free throws and hits it. And now the Trojans will tie this one back up at 4. Arterburn for his second free throw now. Puts it up. It's good. Trojans take the lead 5-4. Once again, lost the first 2 quarters. 13-7 rather, and 12-10. And this one they lead 5-4 with 5 minutes remaining. And number 50 trying to put it up again. This time he missed the dunk. Guess that's all he knows how to do. Put on a show. That is Ballingate, Branko Ballingate, a sophomore that laid down some monstrous points there for the for the Hawks rather, on the Trojans. Now we see Parker Stevens leading it up the floor for the Trojans, up at the top of the circle now. Looking at both the sides, tightly guarded. Double team there between King and Davis. Gets it off, and on that one, tried to pass, but it deflected right off of Noah Davis's leg. went out of bounds, or may have been a kickball. Either way, the Trojans will remain in possession of the basketball. Now Parker Stevens gives off to his right side, gives it right back to him, and he sinks the three. Parker Stevens extends the lead to 4. Largest lead by the Trojans all ball game, 8-4 now. And I think we're going to see a Hawk timeout. LaRue County calls their first timeout of this ball game. All right, 4:17 left here in this third period of play. 8-4 is the score. Largest lead by the Trojans all game. Once again, lost by 5 points in the first quarter, 2 points in the second quarter, and now lead by 4. This is real game. I guess the Trojans would be down, I guess 5 points. 7, sorry. Through the half, and then trying to turn things back around. Now we'll see number 21 in for the ball game for the Hawks. Back to King at the top of the circle. King looking to his right side, back to his left. Number 12, Davis, gives it off to number 33. 33 back to King. King working around. Gives it back to 33 at the right side. Inside to 21. Deflected, and the Trojans have possession of the basketball. Parker Stevens now on the right side. Gives it off to number 33, Garrett Arterburn, back at the top of the circle. It's Parker Stevens in between the circles. Off to the right side is number 12, Jared Coomer, lays that one up and in. Lead has been extended to 6 now. 10-4, largest lead for the Trojans, making up for some sloppy performances in the first and second quarter. And now we'll see number 33. It's stolen by the Trojans, Parker Stevens. Actually, that's Garrett Arterburn with that basketball. And I think we'll see a foul or a kickball, something like that. Now, Trojans will remain in possession of the basketball. Parker Stevens to inbound. Looking, gives it off. Inside, deflected around, and turns it back over. LaRue County has the basketball, puts it up inside, and that will be number 3, who stolen away by Brandon Reed. Brandon Reed to number 20, Will Bandy, who extends the lead off of the big fast breed bucket there. 12-4, an 8-point lead. Number 3 for LaRue County now leads it up and crosses the half-court line for them. Number 3, Belton. Back to Davis, number 12. And number 33 pops a 3, and it will be no good off the front iron. And it will be, not sure whose basketball it's going to be. Looks like it may be the Trojans. Yes, it will be. All right, now we see Brandon Reed here to inbound the basketball for the Trojans. Moves off to Gavin Withrow, who's back in the basketball game for the Trojans. Withrow now off to his right side. Off to Landon Key. Landon Key into Jared Coomer, who puts it up and too strong off the glass, but gets his own rebound actually, and then drops it. Turns it back over to LaRue County. Number 12, Davis, gives it off to 33. Back over to number 3, Belton. Belton at the top of the circle, drives inside, gives it back off to the left side. And now number 42, Mark Good, over to 33 for the 3. Once again, his third missed 3 of this ball game. Puts it up back up and tried to put it back in. That was number 21 for the Hawks, and he missed it. And I think we will see some contact there, and it will stay with the Hawks, it looks like. Number 3, Belton, will inbound the basketball for LaRue County. Number 21 puts it up and off the front iron. Now Jared Coomer leading this one back up for the Trojans. Cuts back inside, puts it up. Rim's no good. And we'll head back for LaRue County. LaRue County number 3 now. Oh, and we will see some contact there as Landon Key tried guarding the ball there for Belton from LaRue County. Number 34 now puts up number 21. Easy lobbing in, and that will be the 6th point scored for LaRue County here in this third period of play. Now we'll see. Top of the circle is Brandon Reed. I think Brandon received some contact there. It will stay in possession of the Trojans now. He will inbound it. And we'll see a substitution there for Davis for LaRue County. See number 5 Weathers back in the ball game. Now Will Bandy back off to Brandon Reed, who cuts back inside, floats one up and in off the glass. Wow. 14-6 now here in this third period of play, and he was fouled. He's going to the line for one more. And one opportunity for Brandon Reed, number 21, a senior for this Trojan squad, as they have their largest lead of the ball game and have been on a roll here in this third quarter. They have got the squeaky wheels working, and it is going good so far. Trojans now extends the lead to 9 off of that and 1. 15-6 here in this third period of play. And now we're going to see Belton put that one up, right up and in. Had virtually no trouble getting to the basket there. Maybe we saw some contact before the shot, and it will stay with LaRue County. And the basket by Belton there won't count. That ball was deflected off the shoulder of Landon Key. I think it'll stay with the Hawks there, as I think the ball was deflected and ended up falling out of bounds as Jared Kimmer tried to recover it. And now Weathers, number 5, Good, back to Weathers. Weathers pops a jumper, and now Tyler Smith guarded heavily in the backcourt. Landon Key now leads it up for the Trojans over to his right side. That was Jared Coomer. Jared Coomer now inside to Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith back up for a 3. Landon Key floats up off the back iron now, and will stay with LaRue County. They somehow saved that one in bounds. I thought that was surely out. And now Mark Good. Good works his way back around and into the post, and I think he will have drawn some contact there. He'll head to the line for a pair. Third period of play for Barren County and LaRue County in this varsity scrimmage. The final for the preseason. That first free throw there by Good, no good. Trojans cling to a 9-point lead, largest one of the ball game. Trojans play like this like this third quarter Trojans we've seen all season. We'll see some good basketball, to say the least. There we go. Good hits his second free throw there. Cuts the lead to 8 for the Trojans. And now Jared Coomer to inbound the basketball to Parker Stevens for the Trojans. Having some discussion before the inbound. Parker Stevens with the basketball for the Trojans. Walking it up the court. Crosses the half-court line. Over to his left side, Jared Coomer. Back to Stevens. Stevens on his left side. Takes it into Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith turns that ball over. It's going back LaRue County's way. We'll see King give it off to number 31 there. I think we saw some contact, otherwise we would have saw a wide open 3 opportunity for number 31. But we saw a foul before that shot was taken, and so now LaRue County with the ball once again. And that is King leading it up the court for LaRue County. Cuts inside, cuts it back up, heads over to number 22, lays that one up and in. Number 22 for the Hawks. Chance Bowen is the name there. Chance Bowen with his first points, it looks like, in this ball game. And there we go, Trojans now inside. Tyler Smith puts that one up and in. 17-9 here in the third. 2.8 seconds left here in this third period of play. We'll Of course, have our fourth quarter coverage after this. Sometimes these scrimmages like to play, 5 or 6, rounds almost, 5, 6 periods of play. But, it may be a simple night here. And we'll see, and the clock will expire there after the missed free throw, batted up and around. Nobody can get in. Trojans win the third quarter big, 17-9, largest, difference between one of these quarters. The first quarter was 5, second one was 2. This one is 8. We'll be right back here on BCHS Live. You're watching Barren County and LaRue County.
Watching BCHS Live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. BCHS Live is a student-led live online video production program started in 2015 by 4 BCHS freshmen. The BCHS Live program is here to showcase everything going on at BCHS, from athletics to special events and opportunities to ceremonies and celebrations. The BCHS Live program is here to show everyone in our community what BCHS is all about, and with 3 major online outputs of our broadcasts, we truly live up to our motto, everything BCHS, anywhere you want it.
Did you know that Barren County sports teams only receive $250 in yearly funding? So how is each team able to function and stay updated with modern equipment and uniforms? Through the help of the Barren County Athletic Booster Club. The BCHS Athletic Booster Club is the #1 way to help contribute to the student athletes that give Barren County athletics the upbeat reputation it holds. You can help contribute to the student athletes of BCHS today by contacting the boosters on Facebook at facebook.com/BCHSbooster. Let the student athletes of tomorrow shine by donating to the BCHS Athletic Booster Club today.
Back here with the Trojans and Hawks here in this fourth quarter of action in this preseason matchup here on BCHS Live. My name's Aaron Russell. Happy to be with everybody this evening as the Trojans are finishing up their preseason play before the regular season starts on next Tuesday against the Greene County Dragons. And now we'll see the Hawks of LaRue County inbounding the basketball, and now we'll see King up at the top of the circle for LaRue County, dribbling it and passing it back at the top of the circle now. And King will drive inside, comes back outside. Once again, the score has reset, as these preseason matchups tend to do. And number 42, Good for the Hawks, gives off in the corner. That was number 12, Davis. Number 12, Davis into 34. 34 puts that one up and will be fouled by, it looks like, about 3 different Trojans there. He'll head to the line, only get 2 shots, though. Draws some severe contact. Number 34 with a pair of shots for the LaRue County Hawks. And that is Dallas Cox. Cox hits his first one to put some points up on the board early in this fourth quarter of play for LaRue County. And that second one's good, 2-0. Now Parker Stevens for the Trojans leads it up the floor. Parker Stevens over to Jared Coomer. Jared Coomer back to Brandon Reed, who pops a 3 off the back iron. Heading back now Davis, Noah Davis for the Hawks, gives it off to number 34, Cox. Cox over to King. King over to Davis for 3. Yes, sir! This one's 5-0 already. Trojans leading up the floor, and that's Jared Coomer. Lays that one up and in. 2 points already. We're having a foot race so far. And I think we're going to have a timeout. Not sure who it's on, but we have one on the floor. Both teams getting in a foot race right there. I think that was a LaRue County timeout. Both teams starting off very fast, very early there in that fourth quarter of play. We saw the big 3 and a pair of free throws going down for Cox and Davis for LaRue County. And, of course, the first score for the Trojans on the lay-in by Jared Coomer. All right, now we'll see everybody returning to the court after that timeout. LaRue County with possession of the basketball. And now King over to Davis. Davis inside to Good. Good back to Davis. Davis over to Cox. Cox into Good. Good puts that one up and in. But we have looks like a foul there before the shot was ever taken, and it will stay with LaRue County. And the score will stay 5-2 here in this fourth quarter of play. We'll see number 32 rather, Adkins. Off to King. King, Adkins. Adkins puts that one up, and there will be some contact there. It will be a foul for the Trojans. Ball will stay with LaRue County. Now King back into number 34 this time. Number 34 once again is Cox for LaRue County. And that resulted in a turnover, and it will stay, and it will go back to the Trojans now. Parker Stevens leading it up the floor for the Trojans. Jared Coomer cuts that one up inside, and it will be deflected, and I think we see some contact there. Jared Coomer will head to the line for a pair. Getting ready for his first one. It's up. Off the back iron. Trojans have had some struggles getting their free throws to go down. Nevertheless, both teams have, but we have seen so far no free throw attempts here in this fourth quarter rather. Jared Coomer misses both of his free throws, and it will head back to LaRue County. Number 33, Cox drives that one up inside, and it'll head back to the Trojans. Jared Coomer off to Parker Stevens. Parker Stevens back up at the top of the circle, cuts inside, lays that one up, and I think we will see some contact there before anything really happened. And now Stevens will inbound the basketball for Barren County. Five to 2 with 5 minutes and 54 seconds left here in this fourth quarter of play in this varsity matchup of the preseason. You see another timeout. This time I think the Trojans took a timeout, so both teams have taken at least one. Trojans down by 3 here in this fourth quarter of the preseason matchup between LaRue County and your Trojans. We're live again, once again, here online and on TV. We're on EPB Channel 19, SCRTC Channel 97, as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. All you can search BCHS Live is where you can find those people. Once again, my name's Aaron Russell. Happy to have everybody tuning in tonight. And happy to be talking to everybody this evening. I'd also like to thank our cameraman this evening, who's done a fantastic job, Ezra Kiddick. And so now we see Landon Key leading up the floor for the Trojans. Off to Brandon Reed, back to Key. Key on the left side, lobs it over to the right corner. That was Jared Coomer for 3! Jared Coomer scores a tray right there. Ties this ball game up at 5 here in this fourth quarter. Oh, and LaRue County takes the lead back there, 7-5. Parker Stevens over to the right side, heads back towards the center, in between the circles. And Landon Key with the same lob once again to Brandon Reed. Oh my goodness, another 3 for Barren County. They take the lead now 8-7, and we have a timeout by LaRue County. Can't handle the Trojans, I guess, whenever they are on fire right now from three-point land. Getting me so excited, I'm making my voice break right here. Trojans are up by 1 now, 8-7 after a slow start here for this final preseason matchup between LaRue County and Barren County. Trojans won the third quarter by a lopsided score of 19-8. Or I think it was actually 17-8. Sorry about that. And we also see the LaRue County winning by 2 points in the second quarter and by 5 points in the first quarter. Big scores right here. It's been an exciting game to say the least. All 4 quarters, as many know that these preseason matchups, the score does reset every quarter, and so I haven't had the chance to total everything up yet. I'll try to get that to everybody by the end of this matchup. Once again, we have the LaRue County Hawks in their backcourt, and now King has the ball deflected by Brandon Reed, but King will maintain possession of the basketball. Over the 33, back up to King, number 11. 11 to 33. 33 drives inside, has to go right back out to King. King pops a 3 off the front iron. It's batted around and will stay. I think it will go back to the Trojans, rather. Batted around. We had a push there, and so the Trojans have the basketball now. 8-7 is your score here in this fourth quarter. Parker Stevens over on the right side gives it back to Landon Key on the left side, and it's deflected away there by LaRue County, and will stay with LaRue County there. And over in the corner is number 34, airballs the 3. Brandon Reed back down the other side of the floor on the fast break, puts up a layup, and in! Oh my goodness, Brandon Reed has been a standout tonight. 10-7 now, LaRue County trails Barren County, and the Trojans are up by 3 after the big fast break layup there by Brandon Reed. He has 5 points here in this quarter alone. Big 3 there for him as well. This was knocked away. Will Bandy recovers it, gives off to Jared Coomer. Trojans are back in possession of the basketball. Landon Key back to Jared Coomer. Jared Coomer over in the corner to Parker Stevens. Back to Landon Key. Landon Key gives it off, batted around and away, and it goes back to LaRue County's possession. We see Key running up the floor for LaRue County, crosses the half court. Gives it off to Mark Good, up and in. Cuts this one back down to a 1-point ball game. Parker Stevens leading it back up for the Trojans as they have possession now. Now Parker Stevens gives that one up to Brandon Reed, who misses it but had some contact on that shot. And so we will see Barren County heading to the line. Brandon Reed specifically, who has 5 points in this quarter alone. Let's see if he can extend that to 6 or 7, as he will get 2 attempts at the line. First one is up, and it is beautiful. 11-9 now for the Trojans. And there we have some choppiness in our video feed, but looks like the score is 11-9. Brandon Reed hit both of those free throws there. 2:54 now. I think we had a foul or something. We had some choppiness there with our satellite video feed, and so we will head back. Now number 50 for the LaRue County Hawks, I think, has just turned the basketball back to the Trojans. Yes, he has. Number 50, Ballengate, gives it off to Parker Stevens. And now Will Bandy gave it off to Parker Stevens there for the Trojans. And now Parker Stevens over to the right side. We have number 14, Landon Key. Landon Key inside to Will Bandy. Will Bandy will put up a jumper. And once again, some choppiness. I don't know if that ball went in or not. I'm going to say no, but I'm going to say that he's heading to the line for a pair. 11-9. The score remains the same. Barren County leads LaRue County by 2. And Will Bandy there missed his first and misses the second one. Both free throws are a miss for Will Bandy for the Trojans. Score will stay the same, 11-9, fourth quarter. But the ball will stay with the Trojans now. Jared Coomer over to Parker Stevens in the backcourt. Across the half-court line once again. In between the circles, it's Jared Coomer at the top of the circle. Cuts back inside, gives it off to Parker Stevens for three, off the back iron. Will stay with the Trojans, and Landon Key will put that one up. No good, but Will Bandy is there to put that one right back in. 13-9, and Barren County leads by 4. And we will see, we're going to see a foul there. Okay, the Will Bandy's shot will not count, but they did say Landon Key was fouled before that, and he is going to the line for 2. His first one is up, and it's good. 12-9, a 3-point ball game here for Barren County. To extend the lead to 4. And he missed it. Heading back to LaRue County, that was number 50, Ballingate with the rebound, over to number 5. And Jared Coomer steals that ball away off the deflected pass, and it's going back Barren County's way. Parker Stevens leading it up the floor for the Trojans at the in between the circles. That just crossed over the half-court line. Landon Key over to the left side, cuts back, gives it inside to Tyler Smith, back out to Parker Stevens, thought about it. Instead goes up and puts the 3 from the charity stripe, and it's good. 14-9. Trojans lead by 5. Oh, now we see another steal there. Jared Coomer on the fast break. Parker Stevens. Oh, it is swatted away, but Jared Coomer puts it right back and up and in. It is 16-9, and we have a Trojan on the floor. That is number 5, Parker Stevens, on the floor in pain right now. Not sure what is wrong with Parker at the moment. Looks like he may have hit his head hard. There on the bottom of the backboard. The entire Barren County coaching staff is surrounding Parker now. He has moved into more of a sitting position instead of laid out on the floor, and still looking like he is in severe pain. Parker is being held up, and I think he's going to be okay there. It looks like he took a whack to the bottom of the backboard there. I'm sure that did not feel good whatsoever. As we saw there, Parker Stevens had the fast break, went to put up a layup, and was swatted. And I think he hit his head there on the bottom of the backboard whenever he went up for that layup. Of course, he did miss that, but Jared Coomer was there to put back, and so the Trojans now lead by 7, and we will see LaRue County with the basketball. We'll see over in the corner, back up to Davis, and now Ballingate gives it off to number 3, Belton. Belton driving inside, gives it off to number 12. 12 drives inside, pump fake, and we will see. It looks like a foul there by the Trojans. Will stay in possession of the LaRue County Hawks. Once again, 1:10 left in this one, folks. And well, I won't say left. You know, it isn't over to the lady sings, as they say. 1:10. Sometimes these scrimmages like to play 5 or 6 quarters, but the Trojans have the possession now, with 1:10 left in this fourth quarter of play. Up by 7 now. The Trojans. Now the Hawks will have possession. Ballingate gives it off to Belton. Belton cuts over to the right corner. And that will be a big miss there from Belton for the Hawks. And now Jared Coomer leading up the floor. Takes that one up and in, and it will be a miss They've taken some hard hits here, the Trojans have, and going to the basket. As we did see, Parker Stevens did come out of the ball game there, but he looks uninjured otherwise. Had to take a breather now on the bench for the Trojans. And we'll see Jared Coomer heading to the line for a pair to extend this lead. The first one will be a miss. 16-9, the score will stay. Fourth quarter now. And the second one will be a miss. 7-point ball game. It will stay. Trojans have the lead. Under a minute remaining here in this one. Number 22 now back up to number 5. Number 5. Back to Belton, number 3. 3 gives it off to Davis. Davis over to Weathers. Weathers back to Belton. Belton puts up a jumper. No good off the back iron. Landon Key for the Trojans has it. And he will lead this one slowly up the floor. I think this one's going to be over, folks. Trojans win the fourth quarter and the third quarter by large margins, to say the least. We'll have a total right after this and have a little bit of a post-game report. Trojans win the second half easily. We'll be right back here on BCHS Live.
Good morning. No, that's 220. Good morning. No, that's 2 extra. Good.
Sorry everyone, please excuse Aaron while he prepares to tell the latest BCHS news live on the air.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello? Hello, Barren.
Yes, you heard right. You can hear the latest news and announcements and up-to-date music live on the air 24/7 on 88.7 FM Trojan Radio or online at barrenschools.com.
Hello, Barren County. You can hear the latest going on here at BCHS on 88.7 FM every morning at 7:15 and every afternoon at 3 p.m.
Thanks, Aaron, but I think I had that one covered.
The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store is the #1 place to find any and all things BCHS, with a wide selection of clothes including hoodies, t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, and polos, to everyday items including pens, pencils, notebooks, and stickers, to jewelry including earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and wristbands. So stop by the Trojan Thread Store any weekday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. or during any home varsity basketball game. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store, keeping Barren County in style.
Heading into the second year from an approximate 12-year hiatus, the Trojan Times has an all-new look and an all-new approach to bringing you BCHS happenings. We are an entirely student-based publication working more than ever this year to inform you with BCHS happenings. I'm Brennan Crane, Editor-in-Chief, and I can say that we are thrilled to showcase BCHS in a whole new way. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at BC Trojan Times. You won't want to miss this. Go BC!
FCA, also known as the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. While even non-athletes are invited, the BCHS Club is all about letting students who share belief in the Christian faith have fellowship and help grow their faiths together. With consistent meetings and guest speakers, the FCA Club is a simple program with a simple focus to let students freely express their beliefs with others who believe the same way. And for such a noble cause, that is why the FCA Club has been chosen as the November Club Spotlight. The Burgundy Media Network, or BMN for short, is a network of Barren County High School's 3 major media outlets: 88.7 FM, Trojan Radio, BCHS Live, and the Trojan Times school newspaper. As a whole, we are determined to provide you with BCHS news, sports, and interests like never before. Check out our weekly newscast broadcasted every Friday from within Barren County High School, or check out our website at barrenschools.com/BMN. From all of us to you, we thank you for your support of all things BCHS.
You're watching BCHS Live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. BCHS Live is a student-led live online video production program started in 2015 by 4 BCHS freshmen. The BCHS Live program is here to showcase everything going on at BCHS, from athletics to special events and opportunities to ceremonies and celebrations. The BCHS Live program is here to show everyone in our community what BCHS is all about, and with 3 major online outputs of our broadcasts, we truly live up to our motto: everything BCHS, anywhere you want it.
Did you know that Barren County sports teams only receive $250 in yearly funding? So how is
Back here with our post-game report here for the Trojans and the Hawks preseason scrimmage here between the two. And we see in a total, the Trojans win this ball game. 50-43 is the final there. A close game, but we saw a dominating second half performance for the Trojans. Great performance by Jared Coomer, Parker Stevens, Brandon Reed, as well as Will Bandy. So we have a great crew of sophomores, juniors, and seniors all coming in for the Trojans. Looks promising, folks. I will say that. Trojans will kick off their regular season next Tuesday against the Greene County Dragons. That game will, as always, be live here on BCHS Live. It will be live from the Trojan Gym. Happy to have everybody tuning in this evening. Once again, we've been online on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, as well as EPB Channel 19 and SCRTC Channel 97. In the quarterly breakdown, we see LaRue County winning the first two quarters. 13-7 was the first, 12-10 was the second. And in the second second half, the third and fourth quarters, Barren County dominated. 17-9 was the first one. Was the third quarter rather, and fourth quarter was 16-9. So only a 1 point difference there. Barren County wins by 7 here. A solid victory in LaRue County. My name's Aaron Russell. Happy to be joined by you all tonight. Thanks again for watching, and if you've been watching BCHS Live here online and on TV. Hope you have a great evening and have a happy Thanksgiving. Thanks.
This has been a BCHS Live production. All rights to this broadcast are reserved to the BCHS Live program and the Burgundy Media Network. To rewatch this broadcast, log on to youtube.com/BCHS Live to watch this and every broadcast from BCHS Live. To keep up with what's going on at BCHS and to check in on all other media programs here at Barren County High, go to barrenschools.com/BMN and find out more. That's all we have for now. This is BCHS Live, signing off.